Hey now everyone, it's Steve Sievers for Bionic Buzz. Now if you're a passionate Disney fan, then D23 is the place to be. Now before we get started, please help us out by hitting that subscribe button. Now let's go see who we can talk to. All right, my friend, it's been 2 years since we last interviewed at D23. Briefly go over what you launched it then. You had Chapter 1, Ursula.
Into the Inklands. We've just launched Shimmering Skies just on Friday, and that is the 5th set, and it's just amazing we've come this far. The team, we've just got this wonderful team at Ravensburger that have worked so hard and so passionately and with so much love, and to be at this stage where we're now, as Shimmering Skies is out, everyone's really excited about it. And then to be back here at D23, this is where we announced the game. This is where, 2 years ago we had no idea. Like, we just didn't. We didn't bring enough, clearly. But we just didn't know what the Disney fans were going to think of us, right? And so there was that kind of tension. And so now, of course, we made a big splash there, and then now to be back 2 years later and just to hear everyone's stories. So many people that I met 2 years ago, yourself included, coming back. Hearing about how they play with their families now, they play with their partners, or they've met wonderful friends in the community. It's just why I'm in this business, to bring people together, to make smiles happen, and to just see, I'm goosebumps right now just talking about it. It's just been wonderful.
Awesome. So my kids and I love to play it, but I'd also love that you have a co-op one, so we can play together instead of playing against each other.
That was a fun one because it actually was an idea that Shane Hartley had just kind of randomly in a meeting. He was like, hey, what did we need? I don't know if you could play against Ursula. And Steve and I looked at each other in that meeting, and then after the meeting we got back together, we're like, see if we can make that happen. And so we came up with the basic mechanics at that point. He and I just kind of really did a couple of quick brainstorms about what we wanted to do. But the idea of being able to play against this deck that represents Ursula and even play solo against her, right? It's just kind of a neat thing that, we just geeked out about it. And then we did some play testing. And I think one of my favorite stories from the play test was we had this family in, and there was a little girl, and I think she was like 5-ish, so she was a little too young to actually, she didn't read the cards or anything like that. So they gave her the job of just flipping Ursula's cards over. So she's like, okay, now you flip 3 cards. And at first she was kind of like, okay, but after a while what was happening was she'd flip a card and her family go, oh no, and she got into it. She suddenly became Ursula, and she was like cackling with laughter every time she'd flip over the cards. They'd be like, no, and she'd be like, ha 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 ha, and it's just that really fun kind of thing. And so and Illuminator's Quest has been really fun to see the audience really get into it. That's been and a way to cap off the first story, the whole mystery of who caused the flood, and all that stuff and why. And then, of course, Ursula's return, we find out what happened and who it is, and that's been a really fun way to do it.
Cool. Let's talk about what you're showing off here today.
Well, we, of course, have Shimmering Skies. This set actually starts a whole new story arc, but it also continues. So after Ursula was defeated, King Arthur actually calls for this great celebration in the land of Lorcana and all throughout the Inklands to celebrate this wonderful, defeat of Ursula. And so that's why it's got a more playful theme. It's got, there's food fights, there's concerts, there's all sorts of things. But what is very cool is this is the D23 collection. The D23 collection is a celebration of the first year of Lorcana. So we've got one card from each of the first 5 sets, and then we have Oswald here as a preview card from the next set. And so we really wanted to do something that just celebrates the first year and is also just a thank you to our fans for the first year. So it's actually not just here at D23. It was available in Paris, New York City's Disney store, at Disney Springs and Disney World, and even here at Downtown Disney. So we just wanted this to just go out to Europe and North America as a way of saying thank you. We're very excited. And these just wonderful, beautiful cards. I mean, the art on the back doesn't do justice to the foil treatment and everything. They're just a beautiful set of cards.
Awesome. Anything else in the works you're allowed to talk about before I let you go?
There's a lot in the works, and almost none of it I can talk about. Right, we do have Oswald in the next set, but that's kind of already spoiled by this thing. But we've got some really exciting plans coming up. We just did announce a lot of cool things at our panel, such as next year we've got Rescue Rangers coming into the game. We've got the Black Cauldron is coming into the game. We've got Pocahontas is making her entrance, and then of course 2 years from now we'll be bringing Pixar into the world of Lorcana, and so we do have some exciting stuff there. And then our tournaments, we've announced that our North American championships will be here at the Disneyland Hotel Resort. The European championships are going to be at Disney Paris, and then the Worlds are going to be at Disney World. And so that's just super exciting. That's like, this game has been like, we started before we launched with all these dreams. What if we could do this? What if we could have Disney Lorcana on a Disney cruise? What if we could have Disney artists do cards for us? What if we could have Worlds at Disney World? And it's just time and time again, these dreams are just coming true. We're having these really cool things happening, and it's just been wonderful.
Well, congratulations, my friend, and I guess I'll see you in 2 years back here. Yeah.
Hopefully sooner than that. Hopefully, so you come out to a challenge, you come out to an event. And the challenges, I just want to say, the challenges are not just about competing. We have tons of side events. If you're not a competitor, come out to the challenge anyway. We have all sorts of, you can earn prizes, you can do really fun things. You meet artists, you meet people from the game, you know, like myself and other folks who worked on the game. So come on out. So hopefully you can come out to one of those sometime.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.